Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 25 minutes before 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this beautiful Friday. Just remember, it's going to get really hot out there, so we'll do what you need to do to stay cool and hydrated, drink lots of stuff, and find a good book to read. I've got one to recommend to you right now.
Yeah, it is good.
Lori Foster is on the phone. She is probably an author you're very familiar with. She's a New York Times bestselling author and award-winning author. She's got a new book. It's called No Limits, an ultimate novel. And before I say anything, I'm going to tell you, Robin, that in order to get into the character, the female character, I had to suspend belief that I was in fact a male, because I was trying to think, okay, I have to relate to her, not to him.
Yeah.
Because while I want to be him, I want to be this chiseled guy.
Yes.
You know, the story is really about her. So
yeah, but we need him in the story.
We need him.
Yes,
we need him. But as a reader, you have to sort of be her. It's kind of like when you looking at something made for men, which I doubt that you do, but when you do, you got to kind of look at it and say, okay, let me try and look at this the way a man would look at this.
Yeah,
it's probably not that easy.
No, it's not.
Lori Foster, you are excellent. I can see why you have won awards. Good morning, Lori.
Good morning.
And you've been with us before, haven't you?
I think so.
I think so. Where are you? Where are you right now?
I'm in Ohio, and it's not a warm day. It's a cool, very rainy morning.
Oh, really?
Very different from your weather.
Well, so this is a good time to get a book, whether you're in hot weather or in rainy weather, right?
I pretty much write all the time, whatever the weather.
Oh, really? Do you go there? I mean, are you, when you're writing, are you there? Are you like the characters? Are you Yvette in this case?
I would never say I was the characters. I'm kind of like a viewer of the characters. I write as if I'm watching a movie.
Okay. So, what if I was watching a movie? So I can watch. I can watch a chick flick.
Yeah.
And I can get into her character. I can relate to her. Not that I am that way, but I can. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to anybody, or do I sound gay when I say that?
No, it makes sense.
No, you don't. But I'm not a chick flick watcher. I'm more an action and horror movie fan. So you're one up on me if you enjoy chick flicks.
Well, I enjoy the other ones too.
There you go.
I enjoy buildings blowing up too. Yeah. So I wish we had more time to chat with you, Lori. But let's get a thumbnail sketch, like a movie trailer version of No Limits.
From me, because I've already written 2 more books since then. Let's see.
Oh, you forgot what this is about?
No, not entirely. I'm just not good at thumb sketches. But let's say canon was introduced in my previous series. It was called Love Undercover.
Right.
And I think readers liked him as much as I did, because I immediately got tons of mail asking for his story. And I never really know what the story is going to be until the characters tell me. So little by little, Cannon sort of told me what his story would be. And it's funny that you say the book is about her, because for me the book is always about the guy. I'm a very male point of view writer. So everything for me is always what's going on with him and what he's wanting to do and how he's wanting things to work out. So it was interesting that you said it was from the girl's point of view.
That is interesting, yeah. Because I took it that we were hearing her story.
Yes.
Did you think that?
Every
I
person
did.
brings their own perspective to it, maybe.
Is that right? Well, maybe because I know I can't be him, so I was like, okay, I'll just pay attention to her.
I'm pretty sure you can't be her either.
No, that's true. Okay, good point.
Yeah, but we do have insight into her past, because it spanned that 3-year period, and
Correct.
Cannon was pining for her, and then all of a sudden other things happened, because we don't want to give that away. But it does have a lot of her in it.
Right. In the previous series, he actually rescued her, and so she was afraid that he always saw her as a victim, and she was too young. And so when she comes back to town because of her grandfather passing away, they sort of hook back up, and she's more concerned with making sure he no longer sees her as a victim, and he's just more concerned with making sure he doesn't lose any more time with her, because he sort of realized after she was gone that it was a missed opportunity.
How much younger is she than him?
You see, I just told you I don't remember.
I don't remember. But she was too young when he rescued her So
Well,
did,
he
but,
thought she was. He thought she was.
but did
She was
you
actually
but did you
12
know
years old.
then? Did you know then that there was going to be a romance between the two?
No, I did not. No, when I first introduced the both of them, I had no idea. And that, again, that was one of those things that the characters just sort of told me as I was writing, and he sort of brought her back into the story more than I intended. That's how it works. I know it's bizarre, but that's how it works for me.
But you show his absolutely human side because of his huge regret of not being able to keep her away from that awful thing.
Right. Yeah. Very protective person.
That and Robert just went into the territory. We're not supposed to talk
No,
too much
that's
about
why.
the territory.
I know. Couldn't help it.
The
It's a good-
spoiler territory. Yeah, we don't want to go there.
It's a good book.
How long has this one been? Is this this is not new, right? Is this just the paperback version?
It's brand new, and it comes out August 26th, so it's not
Oh.
actually on stands yet. So it'll be out the 26th. And I did an e-prequel, like a digital prequel, that sort of introduces, as a segue from the previous series into this series.
Okay.
And that was Hard Knocks. That was at the beginning of the month, August 4th, I believe, that released.
Wow.
So this will be brand new.
And will this continue? Is there another one? Oh, you already said there's two that are done. Are they continuations of this?
Yes, they are. It's other characters that you met in this book. If you recall, Denver and Stack, they're both lined up, and then Army will have the last story. So those are other characters.
How do you keep all the different series separated that you've done?
The series or the characters? I'm sorry, my phone was...
Oh, the series, because each series has a different flavor to it.
Right, it's sort of just whatever mood I'm in at the time or whatever's influencing me, very much influenced by what's going on in life. If you're in an upbeat mood or if there's, worrisome things happening, then the books might be a little bit darker, and so it's influenced by that. But each series sort of has its own individual tone. And once I'm done with that tone, then I move on. So even though I said there'll be 3 more books in this series, there could end up being 6 or 8. I don't actually know. It'll end when it ends, and then I'll move on to... I get bored very easily, so then I'll move on to the next series and characters.
Laurie, 2 things Robin and I were talking about yesterday because we both have to read a lot to do this job. And when it comes to fiction, anyway, the 2 things we notice is that a well-seasoned writer such as yourself allows us to get to know the characters without introducing us to too many at one time, which is always good.
Yes.
And there's the other part is that you get us to feel something for them, whether we like them or not. That's not the case. Just that we feel something by the time we're moving on to another character being introduced, which is, I'm guessing this is something intentional that all writers of your caliber must know to do, right?
Well, I think some probably plan it out. Luckily for me, it's sort of an instinctive thing. I don't really think a whole lot about the structure of a book or planning it out. I sort of sit down and I start writing, and I'm very fortunate that it works out in a way that people enjoy reading it, because I'm a very impulsive person. I start something and I want it done. So it's actually surprising to me that I can sit still long enough to write an entire book. I think maybe the switching of the scenes and the growth of the characters helps to keep me interested. If I plan too far ahead, I would get bored very quickly, which is another reason why it works for me to sort of make it up as I go along.
Yeah, you must do a lot of research, because in order to have a canon with the discipline of a fighter, you've had to actually be there.
Well, I actually have been a huge fan of MMA since the inception, back when the UFC first started, when it was no holds barred. I have 3 sons, and they were all 3 wrestlers, captain of the wrestling team. So we started watching the UFC early in life, and my husband and my sons always liked to see the grapplers or the wrestlers they knew would win over a kickboxer or a puncher. Over the span of time, the sport has become much more refined, and now it's many disciplines combined. It's not just a kickboxer going against a wrestler. Now they all have some knowledge of each aspect of those disciplines. But I've been a fan for a very long time. I attend a lot of local MMA, and we go to the UFC whenever it's close enough for us. So I do have to research it, but I also have somewhat of a basic knowledge and feel for it already.
Lori Foster is our guest. The book is called No Limits. I have a copy of the book. It's not even out yet, so you can have the one I have. If you call me and ask for it, the number is 622-WOCA. The rest of us have to go buy it. Lori, do you have a website you can tell us about? I know the book is in all the stores. Do you have a website?
I do, LoriFoster.com.
Easy enough. And Lori is Lori, by the way, for the listeners.
Lori Foster. And I'm also very, very active on Facebook. I have a Facebook fan page, which is facebook.com/Lori Foster, and we do a lot of giveaways on there also.
Okay, excellent. Lori, thank you for taking time out of your day to be with us today. Come back with the next 2 books.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate it.
All right, we will take a little break, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Yvette, and I'm here to tell you a few things about ABC Frederick's Appliance. They sell not only new, but used guaranteed appliances. When you call ABC Frederick's Appliance, they will provide service on what they sell and any appliances that you own.